Hey everybody, Jay Barino here, welcome back. Continuing UEDAIP, it's a custom mod for StarCraft Remastered. We're in Mission 2 of the UED campaign, which is within the UEDAI project. It's UEDception here. Let's go. This is normally a micro mission. Except this time, obviously, we're playing as the UED and not just the typical Terran faction, so no matter what, it's going to be different. Let's go.
Once your forces have landed, Captain, you'll need to escort our pilots to the Battlecruisers themselves. They will be able to commandeer the ships and turn them over to our control.
All right, troops, listen up. Each squad will have a medic assigned to it to patch up the wounded, but that doesn't mean you can get careless. Stay frosty and get the job done.
So now we've got 2 Steel Legionnaires plus medics, which to me means that unlike in the original where you had to be a little careful auto-attacking into stuff with Marine Medic, now Steel Legionnaire Medic is just going to be able to very casually walk into bunkers, because not only do they do a lot of extra damage, but they have +1 armor just at base, and then the extra 2, and then extra HP. So that plus medics, I feel like we're going to have absolutely no problem just casually walking, auto-attacking through this. I will say the one thing with the wireframes is they go straight from full health green to orange, and when you see orange, I typically think less than half health. Now obviously these guys, you know, getting mildly damaged is over half health. I'm assuming, I don't know for sure, but I'm assuming wireframe work in Remastered can be a bit of a pain. I don't know though, so. But again, that's going to be, it's a little misleading. We'll see if that's the case with any of our other units or if it's only the Steel Legionnaires. The other thing too is it seems like they start with the U-238 shells range, which is super solid. Alright, let's go ahead and move out to the beacons. The layout seems the same, the enemies seem the same, except we're patrolling Goliaths on this section, which I don't think are typically there in the base map. So it's made a little harder, but again, our Steel Legionnaires and Medic combo is really strong.
Electrodes primed.
Oh, neat. So we got EMP soldiers this time. I like how I just realized it's called Destiny. When they die, they blow up.
Ghost report.
Cool, so we get the Phantoms now. You heard them just shoot. They have a really, really long attack cooldown, but do a huge amount of damage. And I'm going to assume that that's concussive damage, so it's going to be hugely reduced against larger units. But still, I wonder, again, if this is the same, then there's going to be a tank up there. So let's see if we can flare it.
Your forces are under attack.
Hello?
I'm here.
So satisfying. That's just fantastic. So we gotta be careful with these guys. I should cloak one of them. Go and look for some other stuff.
I hear that.
Oh my gosh.
I'm all over it.
Imagine getting like 20 of these guys. The sound is would probably be almost overbearing.
I'm here. Finally.
Now let's move up and kill this thing. Let's see how they do against like a science vessel like this. See, there's a very, very long shot cooldown. Nice. Again, similar to the Steel Legionnaires, it's very satisfying attack sound. I like it. So the thing you have to realize with blinded units, which, I mean, this is just based on like the typical game, but if something else gives a blinded unit vision, then it'll be able to attack you. So what I can do, for example, is like I can move this medic up here and then just kill this tank.
Let's throw down.
Can squeeze in here and kill it.
Where does it hurt?
I can use the EMP troopers, I suppose, to scout. No, well, I mean, because they'll be able to absorb tank hits, I suppose.
Where does it hurt?
Okay. Well, it's unsieged now, so it would have to siege up again if something else gave it vision. So what we can do, well, first off, we should be saving at the start of each section, and then move forward. I should get blasted there. Yeah, the layout is the same, so I'm less concerned in general, just simply because, again, the layouts are all the same. So what would happen here is if I moved up with another medic to blind the last tank, which I think is there, it'll give vision to this tank, and then the medic will get killed. They want to get up there and heal the Phantoms. So instead what I'm going to do is maybe move around and lock it down first. Then I can move by and blind it. There are also more fire bats. Let's just let them walk into the carnage. Very, very satisfying. Probably want to use hold position. Look out, buddy. Oh, see, they're being given, the tanks are being given vision by the fire bats. So that one is blinded, but still. I like how some units have minimal shields. Very interesting choice. And I don't know if we have an opportunity to upgrade the shields or not. See, I think there's a tank up there.
State the nature of your medical emergency.
Again, I just need to sneak a medic through here and keep it out of range of that tank.
Right away.
One thing I do know is that lockdown and stasis both have, like, hugely reduced... have hugely reduced, times, I guess? Just times. Durations? Hello, sir? Okay, so now you're locked down, which should allow my medic to move over here. You just stay back here. Now that I'm safely away from this tank, as soon as this is no longer locked down, we just blind it, and then we should be free to walk to all the beacons, because I think that's all the tanks. And there's no need to kill all the tanks. So now there's nothing that exists that can spot, I think, for the remaining tanks. So we can just meet all of our groups up right here in the middle. And again, if nothing can see spot for the tanks, then we can just run to the beacons.
Sure thing.
And all will be well with the world. This section goes pretty quick, so even if something bad happened, we should be fine. What have I done?
Sure thing. No sweat.
What have I done with my... I think I shift-queued them instead of just removing the... It doesn't matter.
Where does it hurt?
Hey, how was he able to see... Is it the battlecruisers flying overhead, perhaps? Or it's the fact that we're attacking them. Alright, go ahead, buddy. Because usually when you're attacking uphill, if something uphill is attacking downhill on you, you get a tiny bit of vision on it. So maybe that's what happens with blinded units.
Silos are secured. We've got 4 nukes on standby, awaiting your orders.
Alright, I really like these phantoms. Okay, so now we have normal ghosts as well. Let's save at the beginning of the section. You can tell there's like a minor difference. The phantoms are a little lighter. I wonder what the cost difference is. We're going to find out. So our phantoms actually... Okay, so it doesn't seem like they can have ocular implants, but they still have a huge range anyway, because they're snipers. And then the ghosts, though... only the ghosts can nuke. Ghost attacks deal an additional 5 explosive damage after a small delay from when their bullet penetrates its target. Also, ocular implants lets ghosts identify weak spots in their target's armor. So you can get a +2 damage upgrade. Ghosts do concussive damage, so that's going to be vastly reduced against large targets. But the delayed payload... Is that included with ocular implants? Am I understanding that correctly? So they'll do 5 extra damage to large targets, which is typically their weakness. Okay, overall not bad. Interesting.
I'm here.
Well, let's go and look.
Never know what hit 'em.
Can I maybe
All over it.
knock that down? Back up, back up. I heard the Totus Ritter starting to rev up. It's a good sound.
Finally.
Okay, so that's still locked down. I don't know if I'm going to be able to kill that, though. Well, there it goes. Perfect.
I'm here. I'm all over it. I hear that.
Maybe. Nope.
I'm here.
I can't quite get in range to kill that, so maybe we should go up and around. Again, the range is pretty significant.
Solid as a rock, sir.
Need medical attention?
Let's just take our medics. Let's take a phantom and cloak and go and check up here instead.
What hit 'em. I'm all over it.
The placement of that science vessel is a little tricky.
I'm gone.
I know you can get it from up here. I know you can get it from up here.
Never know what hit 'em. I'm gone.
Can you really not shoot it from here?
I'm here. I hear that.
Okay, they could shoot it from here.
Did someone page me?
Ghost report.
You just stay back. One more round, assuming it stays locked down, and it doesn't. Back away. It'll come back. Again, we're utilizing our Phantom range here.
Ghost reporting. I'm gone.
There we go. Okay, so Science Vessel down, which means we can cloak a Ghost
I hear that.
and walk up and nuke this section.
I'm all over it.
Perfect. I hope that hits the back tank, but if it doesn't, it'll kill the turret anyway, so it's fine.
Call the
In
shot.
theory, I don't really... I mean, with the Phantoms, we could really creep through this and keep the nukes.
Never know what hit 'em.
One thing I'm not familiar with, because it's not in the mission synopses, are if there are any bank data situations in the UED campaign.
Go ahead, TACOM. Target.
Because you know your boy likes to min-max a little bit. So, again, I don't know if and where that stuff exists.
Confirmed.
So I'll keep an eye out for what I can find. But, okay, look out, look out, look out.
TACOM locked.
They're revealing themselves at least. So how are they seeing me up here? I guess that this stuff up there is giving them vision. So let's just drop the rest of our nukes. Also, let's just save because these sections seem like they're a bit touchy.
No one hit 'em.
Just a bit touchy. So let's
Hear that.
nuke up there. I know you can see over there.
Never know what hit 'em.
Nuclear launch detected.
And as soon as this one lands, I'll just blast that group, but I don't know if I can get much closer, so let's just wait. The only reason I brought up bank data is I'm thinking of a weird situation. Not gonna quite burn down, but our Phantoms can deal with that.
I hear that.
A situation where the amount of nukes you have left over can be carried forward to the next mission or something like that. Who knows? Who knows? Again, if you're unfamiliar, who knows when and where this stuff could be used. All right, where are my Phantoms? Let's get them up there.
I'm all over it.
Kablam! All right, so we can decloak and then just let the Phantoms go buck wild.
I'm here.
Comlink online.
Move forward with everybody.
Sir, yes, sir.
Again, they can't really see us, and then the Phantoms again will just go ham.
Channel open.
Call the shot.
they're gonna get every time they shoot, they're gonna kill something. Because it's all infantry.
Systems functional.
Okay, so we can grab
Sure thing.
these two. There we go. I actually did it correctly that time.
I'm here.
So flippin' cool. All right, let's move down.
I hear that.
Battlecruiser
Never know what
operational.
hit 'em.
Hey there.
Move up with these guys, I guess.
Operational.
Call the shot.
And yeah, my infantry can finish this now for sure. I mean, our normal ghosts. I think the normal ghosts do less damage now. And I was reading the patch, like the balance notes. I think that normal ghosts do less overall damage because it's only 7. I thought it was normally more than that. But anyway, but the difference also is that they shoot faster. So I think we rely on our Phantoms for that real concussive damage.
Ghost reporting.
Okay, cool. So we go here, here, here. Okay, I think I did that right.
Comlink online.
Unholy Champion. I really like how the EMP passive ability to blow up in an EMP explosion is called Destiny.
Battlecruiser operational.
Okay, well, we're getting all the BCs. There's one section left.
Battlecruiser operational.
No armor's too tough.
Good work, Panzers.
State the nature of
So
your
this is where I think you're
emergency.
supposed to learn how to use Restore, but with the Phantoms here, as well as the
someone
medics,
page
it's all good. I don't remember this section very well, so let's just be very careful. Because, again, I really do not remember. Our Phantoms can afford to take a hit.
All over it. Call the shot.
My God.
I'm here. I hear that.
Oh, my gosh.
Here.
No armor's too
I
tough.
feel like this is just more of a playground for Phantoms than anything else. That's the impression I get with this specific mission.
Need medical attention?
Ghost
I think we want to lock down that tank because
Ghost reporting.
the Goliath would be able to spot for it regardless.
I hear that.
Oh my gosh. So I think our Panzer range is significantly less than a normal siege tank, but it's still really good.
No armor's too tough. Taking position. Advancing. Let's see who's tougher. Taking position.
And I think,
Let's see
can
who's
these shoot
tougher.
while moving? We're about to find. Yeah, they
Moving
can.
forward. Let's
Holy
see who's
shit.
tougher. Advancing.
Maybe a
Deutschland's
little too good. All right, fantastic.
Nature of your medical emergency.
Again, they're very expensive. You got to keep that stuff in mind. Stuff is all hugely pricey. All right, I guess let's maybe focus on the tanks for now, because that's where where are my pilots? My pilots are with the tanks.
Advancing. Moving forward. Advancing. Deutschland's finest.
Oh, they're regenning health. I remember from a standalone map where I played with this tech tree. I remembered that being a thing
Taking position.
where you can research it later, which is it's expensive, but it seems like we've got that in this mission. So again, this is definitely it's more of a bit of a playground, which is fantastic. There we go.
Deutschland's finest.
I'm not sure if they're firing faster or slower than normal siege tanks.
Battlecruiser operational.
Taking position.
Okay, let's just back away.
Let's
Can't.
see who's tougher.
I don't want to attack straight into that just yet. So let's move forward now with the Phantoms.
Here. I hear that. Never know.
Just gotta see what we can see. I see a tank up here, so let's lock it down, move up, kill it.
Hear that. Call the shot.
I vaguely remember a tank being like back there as well, and it being a huge pain in the butt. So let's cloak, lock this down. All of you cloak, kill it. Nice. Okay, decloak, and then let's see if we can. If nothing has high ground vision on us, then we can do this. Look out.
No one hit him.
And then we just got like random Marines patrolling back and forth. But now I can move my Phantoms and other infantry up
On my
down this little area so that we can kill the other science vessel and then the siege tank that's up there. But I have to kill the science vessel first.
Ghost reporting.
So let's scoot down here and don't forget that tank is there, because that's going to cause us a problem if we forget about it. What's interesting on this map is that not everything is exactly the same, but a lot of stuff is the same.
See who's tougher.
But it plays a lot differently simply because we're playing a faction that is just vastly different.
Finally.
I mean, it's not, crazy different, but it's different. It's pretty cool.
Over it.
All right, let's wait for this thing.
Ghost reporting.
I don't think he's going to even have enough to lock down. Oh, he does. Lockdown is cheaper, but I think it doesn't last as long, so there's that.
Finally. I'm all over it.
Look out, buddy.
Call the shot. Ghost reporting. Never know what hit him.
Okay, cool. Decloak. Cloak, decloak.
Ghost reporting. I'm here.
Okay, so you've got the most energy. Let's move up with you.
I hear that. I'm all over it. I hear
Let's
that.
lock this down, and then we can move up with these tanks.
I'm here.
Oh, they don't. I thought they'd have a minimum range, but it doesn't seem like they do.
They got to get through me first. Moving forward.
Ghost reporting.
Okay, let's just move you back,
I'm all over it.
and then these guys can finish the job, and we can just move up with the Phantoms to take care of this stuff. Oh my gosh, they don't even have to. They don't even have
State
to.
the nature of your medical emergency.
Okay, cool. So now we're close to linking up, but we're not quite there. Let's go ahead and move our pilots down.
Yep. No sweat.
And again, I don't want to forget there is a tank up there. How are we doing on energy? That's the only thing. Sometimes you have to wait on this section for energy.
I hear that.
Hey there.
Ghost
Hey there. And let's save right before the Battlecruiser fight section and see how many we can save, because maybe that's something that's banked. Who knows?
reporting. I hear that.
I just cloak and kill this stuff. I don't need to.
I hear that.
I don't need to lock down or anything.
Finally. I'm all over it.
Just go and kill this thing. How much energy do you have?
I'm here.
Enough.
Ghost reporting.
Go ahead. There we go. All right. So now we decloak. We can take
Deutschland's
these
finest.
LMAO Panzers.
Taking position. Advancing. Moving forward.
Call the shot.
And who has the most energy? We just move up and give a little bit of vision.
Deutschland's finest. Howdy. All right. Deutschland's finest.
We finish this up.
How y'all doing? Howdy.
Battlecruiser operational.
Deutschland's fine.
These things just seem great. Again, I mean, they've got the heat ammunition already, which I presume is an expensive upgrade.
They gotta get through me first.
And they've got the they've got +1/1 upgrades,
Operational.
and then they've got the regeneration upgrade as well. So that's all, again, pretty pricey stuff. Is there a...
Call the shot.
I'm going to go and double check. I don't think there's a tank back there, but I'd rather go and look before I just run the last pilot onto the beacon.
I'm here. I hear that.
I didn't think so, but again, better safe than sorry.
I'm all over it.
Okay, cool. So let's go and trigger Duke to show up. Again, this was easier than the original. I mean, the puzzle solving of the micro challenges is still there. It's just, like, especially the first section, so much easier to just auto-attack. Granted, you could auto-attack in the original and you'd lose stuff, but you could still do it easily, whereas now you lose nothing. This, again, was sort of a playground for phantoms, which I really enjoyed.
Battlecruiser
Captain,
operational.
we are tracking a large fleet of Dominion ships in your vicinity.
This must be the reinforcements that Lieutenant Duran warned us about. Captain, prepare our newly acquired fleet to battle the intruders.
Set a course.
Okay, we want to get a bit of a
All crews reporting.
concave, and we're going to Yamato where possible and try to micro some units backwards. And we'll see how this goes.
Good day, Commander.
I'm going to wait for him to show up, and then I will... and then I'll save right before the
All
battle
crews
starts.
reporting.
Again, it's a pretty good concave, depending on where he... You know, how much he's coming in with.
Receiving transmission.
Captain, we are being hailed by the Dominion flagship NORAD 3.
Well now, I don't know which militia y'all are from, but I advise you to back down, now. I'm General Edmund Duke of the Dominion Armada, and in the name of Emperor Mengsk, I order you to surrender your forces immediately and unconditionally.
Ah, General Duke. I expected your forces to arrive sooner. You should know that we represent not one of your ragtag peasant militias, but the combined might of the United Earth Directorate.
Earth Directorate? You mean to tell me you've come all the way out here from Earth?
That is correct, General. We're here to take control over this sector and its occupants for the betterment of mankind.
Over my dead body. I don't care where you're from, son. No one pushes around the Terran Dominion on my watch. All units, fire at will.
All right, so let's throw down the save,
Good day, Commander.
and then we'll just go, you know, 2 battle cruisers at a time. Take your
Take it
Yamato
slow.
shots.
Set a
Yamato shots. Oh, they Yamato too. Good for them. Good for them.
Not enough energy.
slow.
Again, just trying to back out the ones that are getting focus fired. You all need to actually be auto-attacking.
Set a course. Take it slow.
Okay, cool. So we've,
Set a course.
I think we lost 3, from what I can tell. I think we lost 3, which is, you know, in the grand scheme. We probably could have done that with losing none. And maybe I'll look into if a bank data file was even created from this. And, you know, I could always... Oh, no, we lost 2, because it says 16 in the top left. So I could always just, you know, I just saved. I could just redo that little end section there and try to save them all. I don't think saving them all would be particularly challenging. And you can cause the Yamatos to fizzle, I think, if you move far enough away while it's charging up. Is that true, actually? I don't know about that. If the unit dies, then it fizzles, which obviously we don't want to have happen. I'm not sure. I'll do my own research. All right, well, thanks, everyone, for watching, and I'll see you next time for what I presume to be the first real challenge of the UED campaign. Bye-bye.